In this video we are going to discuss about reflections on the freedom from dependency. Religions from the East have time and again stressed that one is blissfully not aware of the true nature of the world. One is born alone, and one dies alone, and one pays for his wrongdoings alone. These words are the heart of this reflection. This reflection makes us realize that constantly worrying about all that which is not ours is the major cause of our unhappiness. What does the word mine mean? As per Oxford Dictionary, the word ownership is defined as visible power or control over something. On examining our lives truthfully, there really is absolutely nothing or no one that we have visible power or control over. In fact, we don't even have control over the very body that we identify ourselves with. With the grace of God and our age-old scriptures which tell us that we are a soul and nothing but the virtues of soul are ours. The soul's inherent nature is harmony and bliss. One of the most powerful scripture, Gyansar, beautifully describes the soul and its true family. Self-realization is the soul's father, integrity, compassion, humility, forgiveness, contentment, are the soul's true brothers and sisters. Equanimity is the soul's wife and goes on to say that wisdom, true faith and morality are soul's true friends. We are constantly invested and focused on the outside world. We often become so needy in relationships and life in general, that we constantly crave for attention, importance and material pleasures. In other words, we live our life like beggars, constantly begging to other people and want things to gratify us. One who gets deeply influenced by this reflection rarely feels depressed or desperate. So in order to reach this state of self-dependence, our first step should be to consciously stop worrying about that which is not ours. But that doesn't mean that we ignore our duties and our responsibilities. But instead an extra effort needs to be made to stop all unnecessary and meaningless worry. Being fully aware that no amount of wealth, affection or importance will give us peace of mind or inner fulfillment. It is so aptly said, "He who is contented is rich." It is said, people who have control over themselves don't feel the need to control others. Once we know that we are alone and our happiness lies within us, then in the relationship we will not be the beggar of happiness, but a giver of happiness. Most relationships do not work, because one is expecting happiness from the other. It's like when two beggars get together, beggars and begging will only increase. Once we comprehend that, only then can we make ourselves happy, we will learn to give care and respect, instead of asking for it. For this, we need to cease being self-centered, no longer cribbing all the time that I was rejected, I am lonely, or I am unloved. This reflection is the solitary nature of our soul. Once we get influenced by this nature of our soul, our thought process would be propelled by the noble notion that, I am alone, but I must take care of everyone. Be dependable, not dependent. This would be the mantra of our life. This contemplation of our soul's nature thus teaches us to avoid the temptation to want to pour out our own stories and miseries to others, but instead be compassionate and generous. This solitary nature of our soul transforms us from being needy, volatile and secure individuals to giving, content and confident individuals. It is truly time for us to realize that happiness is not the fulfillment of what we want, but the realization of how much we already have.